arrival of the chief guest, His Excellency Sri Biswabhusan Harichandan ji, Honorable Governor of Andhra Pradesh.
स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण मधुरा मुरिसदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना मधुरा मुरिसदना मृदुवदना मधुसूदना स्वागतं कृष्ण शरणागतं कृष्ण सकल ग्रह बलनीने सरसिजाक्ष सकल ग्रह बलनीने सरसिजाक्ष निखिल रक्षकनीने विश्वव्यापकने सकल ग्रह बलनीने सरसिजाक्ष निखिल रक्षकनीने विश्वव्यापकने सकल ग्रह बलनीने सरसिजाक्ष सुधा माधुर्य भाषण 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 सुधा अखिल लोकनायक अखिल लोकनायक अखिल लोकनायक अखिल लोकनायक ತಂದನಾನ ಪುರೇ ತಂದನಾನ ಭಳ ತಂದ
This medley is exclusively designed and composed specific to the august and magnanimous presence of our Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Sri Biswabhusan Harichandan ji. Thank you.
मोस्तुते करधृत वीणा पुस्तके वरमालालकृते सरस्वती नमोस्तुते नरहरिसुत विधिभावित वरमणियुत कम्बुगणे सुरसेवित पदयुगणे शुभकर कमलवळे सरि म पद प म पद स पद स नि द प म रि स नि सरि म पद स नि म रि स नि द प म रि स सरि नि द.
Beautiful ambience on a sea beach in the beautiful city of Visakhapatnam. His team has done yeoman's job in organizing this meet. Thank you to the Andhra University and the Vice Chancellor. The theme of the conference is Research and Excellence for Transformative Higher Education, which is the overarching theme. I mean, there is an overarching theme of transformative higher education, and the national meet will be held in Meghalaya from 23rd to 25th March. And in the 5 zonal meets, we are having different themes. So for the South Zone, the theme is Research and Excellence for Transformative Higher Education. But before I come to the theme of the conference, let me brief you a little about AIU, especially to the Honorable Governor, sir. Sir, AIU is a body which was established in 1925, so we are completing around 98 years now. And the stalwarts like Sir Palli Dr. Radhakrishnan, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, Dr. Zakir Hussain, Dr. Shrimali, they have been the presidents of AIU in the past. At present, we have a membership of around 924 universities, which comprises of central universities, state universities, deemed universities. INIs means IITs. And
Pranams to Honorable Governor Sri Biswabhusan Harichandan ji. Distinguished speakers on the dais, Professor Suranjan Das ji, President of AIU, Dr. and Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary of AIU, Professor Harichandra Reddy ji, Chairman APSHI, Sisodia ji, all dear Vice Chancellors from South Zone Universities, invitees, press and media, ladies and gentlemen. I deem it a great honor to extend a cordial welcome to Honorable Governor for the inaugural ceremony. And it is indeed a pride and adds to our joy that AIU's South Zone VC's meet is hosted by Andhra University. Once again, hearty welcome to all of you. Established in the year 1926, Andhra University was led by 3 great visionaries, Sir Kattamachi Ramalinga Reddy, Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, and V.S. Krishna during the formative years. With such legacy of leadership, attaining and sustaining excellence has become the motto and ingrained into the culture of Andhra University. Blessed is the academic community that contributes to its growth. Andhra University has the distinction of having 5 Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar awardees, 2 Padma Vibhushan awardees, 1 Padma Bhushan awardee, 5 Padma Shri awardees with the recent addition of 2 in 2023.
His Excellency, the Governor of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Biswabhusan Harichandan ji, the esteemed Vice Chancellor of Andhra University, Professor Reddy, the esteemed Chairman, Andhra Pradesh State Council of Higher Education of Andhra Pradesh, Professor Reddy, Dr. Pankaj Mittal, the Honorable Secretary General of the Association of Indian Universities, AIU's Vice President, Dr. G.D. Sharma, my esteemed predecessor, Dr. Thiruvasagam, esteemed Vice Chancellor colleagues attending this conference, there is no doubt, compared to the countries which won independence almost at the same time that India did, which in history we call the period of decolonization, India has contributed significantly to the enrichment of research excellence in all fields and disciplines. But it's also true that neither the contours of research nor research methodology is constant or static. It evolves with time, and at particular conjunctures it assumes different forms. At a moment when Indian higher education system is in a transformative mode, it is perhaps imperative to think in terms of new research agenda. And I would like to highlight a particular entry point in this context, which is related to the decolonizing of the Indian knowledge system. Colonialism in India did not merely imply economic and political domination by the British Raj, but it was accompanied by Western cultural hegemony, which resulted in a stultification of the indigenous knowledge system. To unfold this indigenous knowledge system, we have to consider how different frameworks, traditions, and knowledge projects can inform each other. Let me give some examples. I draw your attention to the criticism of caste and gender practices in India. But much of this criticism has come from an external point of view. That is to say, from the notion of individual freedom or individual liberalism as it prevails in the West. The difficulty is that this external critique can always be interpreted as a continuation of the dictum of white man's burden or the civilizing mission of the colonial regime.
Honorable Chancellor of AP State Public Universities and Governor of Andhra Pradesh State, His Excellency Shri Biswabhusan Harichandan ji, the President of Association of Indian Universities, Professor Suranjan Das ji, the Secretary General, Association of Indian Universities, Dr. Pankaj Mittal ji, my good friend, Honorable Vice Chancellor of the Centenarian University, Professor PVGD Prasad Reddy garu, Shri RP Sisodia ji, the Special Chief Secretary to Honorable Governor, distinguished academic leaders and Vice Chancellors from the South Indian states, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen, press and media, very good morning. And at the outset, on my own behalf, on behalf of the government of Andhra Pradesh and also on behalf of the Andhra University, I extend a very warm welcome to the legendary personalities into this campus. It is exciting to meet so many academic administrators, academicians par excellence under one roof. And the Association of Indian Universities has taken up a right theme for a discussion. And next 2 days, today and tomorrow, we'll be discussing on the transformative higher education, particularly with an emphasis on research. I think it's my duty to introduce higher education ecosystem of Andhra Pradesh before we actually plunge into action and start discussing about what's happening in the research front of higher education. Ladies and gentlemen, in fact, we are in transformative years. I don't know, long back, 36 years back, there was a national education policy, and we almost forgot that there is an education policy for this country until the new education policy has kick-started a discussion in 2020 without depending on their families. I should say Andhra Pradesh has paved way for a new dimension, liberalizing, making higher education also free of cost. 11,26,000 students are pursuing free education in Andhra Pradesh at this point of time. In the last 3 years, we have spent 12,000 crores only on these two schemes, Jagananna Vidya Devana, intermediate and who are taking admissions in UG programs, undergraduate programs. Look at it, we started with 80,000.
Of Andhra Pradesh, I request the registrar of Andhra University also join.
Professor K. Hemchand Reddy, Chairman, Andhra Pradesh State Council of Higher Education, Professor Suranjan Das, President, Dr. Mrs. Pankaj Mittal, Secretary General, Association of Indian Universities, Professor E.V. G.D. Prasad Reddy, Vice Chancellor, Andhra University, ladies and gentlemen, members of the print and electronic media, my warm greetings to you all. It gives me immense pleasure to participate in the South Zone Vice Chancellors Meet on Research and Excellence for Transformative Higher Education, organized by the Association of Indian Universities here today at Andhra University in Visakhapatnam. The Association of Indian Universities is one of the premier apex higher education institutes of the country, established in 1925. It is a research-based policy advisory institution to the Government of India in the field of higher education, sports and culture in the country, and has been played a vital role in shaping India's higher education in the country. Today, India is poised at the threshold of regaining her place as a knowledge superpower and a leader with a distinction. It is now one of the fast developing countries in the world, which has driving growth, improved education, created resources, created jobs, increased healthcare, and is working diligently on the fronts towards becoming a superpower. According to NASCOM, India's startup ecosystem is third in largest in the world after US and UK, and is one of the fast growing with a total number of 80,152 officially recognized startup as of 2022. The Government of India is taking all necessary measures to nurture the talent of the country and exploit India's demographic dividend to prepare both the youth as well as the country to be at the forefront of the development and at the leading edge of the accomplishments. Higher education is the most potent vehicle for development of the nation, and it is a capital investment in the countries all over the world, especially after the emergence of the new world economic order. Higher education is of paramount importance as it assumes the primary responsibility for preparing future leaders with advanced knowledge and skills who shoulder the task of nation building and contribute to the socio-economic development. Therefore, the quality of higher education and its efficient delivery of the cardinal importance. I consider the theme of today's meet, research and excellence for transformative higher education, as both apt and important in the context of transformational change in the HEIS in the country, envisaged as part of the National Education Policy 2020. Research is one of the weakest dimensions of the Indian higher education system. In fact, it has become a victim of policy paralysis. The neglect of research in higher education has led to very low research intensity. Almost 95% of the Indian universities end up as teaching universities. This is primarily because of the low priority accorded in many Indian universities, barring a few, and secondly, due to financial crisis. Until very recently, Indian policies of the development of priorities have never been in favor of promoting and sustaining general purpose research and development activities either through public expenditure or encouraging private investment or fostering a combination of the two. In contrast, the policy measures increase research intensity in the universities and nurture them to attain world-class standards. In China, South Korea, Singapore, and Japan have been a part of their respective national innovation strategies since the 1990s. Such policies enable them to be listed in the world's top 100 universities, remarking in recent years. India could not register even one university among the top-ranking universities in the world ranking. India also lags in the number of patents and publications produced. According to 2017 report of the World Intellectual Property Organization, 13.82 lakh patent applications were registered by China, 6.07 lakhs by USA, and a mere 0.47 lakh in India, of which approximately 68% were made by non-resident Indians. The number of the researchers per lakh of the population is only 15 in India, compared to 111 in China, 423 in United States, and 825 in Israel. The National Education Policy 2020 envisions a comprehensive approach to transforming the quality and quantity of research in India. To catalyze quality research in the nation, National Education Policy 2020 has recommended the establishment of a National Research Foundation. The NRF will provide reliable, merit-based and equitable peer-reviewed research funding, helping to develop a culture of research in the country. The NRF will competitively fund research in all disciplines. NRF will operate with a unique hub and spoke model with the national mission projects as hubs and a network of interconnected institutions, innovations, and research councils located across identified higher education institutions as spokes. There will be 25 NFPs, and each NMFP will be attached to 80 IIRCs within its proximity. Thus, a total of 2,000 IRCs will be established within 25 NMs. Government level initiatives can help in improvement of research only to some extent. These measures can fructify only when the institutional level initiatives are taken by Vice Chancellors. To improve research quality in universities, the Vice Chancellors need to take the initiative to develop cognitive or critical thinking among the students and develop a culture and mindset of research. They need to provide funds and access to the latest infrastructure to research. Most importantly, they should continuously monitor the outcomes of research and channelize the research result for social use and to establish commercial ventures. Then only the efforts of the research scholars will yield the desired result. I wish this zone Vice Chancellors made a great success. I hope that key tangible recommendation would emerge from the today's meet, which can help the GIS, the government and the apex bodies of higher education of the southern region and go a long way to ensure effective internationalization of higher education. This is my speech regarding our universities and the research position must have disappointed you. Disappointed the education, the students, the Vice Chancellors. But you take it as a challenge, not like as a disappointment. As the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi has said, had given a call for Atmanirbhar Bharat, which had been shown during the COVID-19 pandemic. And at that time, as you know, he has given a call to the scientists that you go ahead, save your nation, save the humanity. And what spectacular work our scientists have done, you know. We have not only controlled the pandemic situation inside the country, which is with a population of 130 crores, but we had given our vaccines to 50 other countries free and to the other countries on commercial basis. And so for the doctors and our staff who are associated with the doctors, Narendra Modi said, you are a frontline warriors of the nation. The nation is in great danger of this COVID-19 pandemic. You know, lakhs of people are dying every day in the world. And it is you alone who can make all sorts of sacrifices and save the nation. And spectacular work has been done in India. Even the entire world, people are thinking, people are in a position that how to control the situation, even like in countries like America and UK. China has gone to the worst situation, as you know. India was in a comfortable position because of the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister. Prime Minister has given another call. He said, we have to develop in the matter of research. That's what he said, Jaya Anusandhan. If we go back to the date of Shastriji, when he was the Prime Minister, when there was a Pakistan war with Pakistan, he had given a call, Jai Kisan, Jai Jawan. Ask the Jawan to fight for the country and keep the flag of the country high. And what happened? Pakistan was going to fall within a week. The Kisans were the producers. Ask them, don't leave an inch of land. Produce food because country is in danger. Therefore, those calls are still we are remembering. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. And thereafter, people are saying India is a weak country. When Atal Bihari Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, in 1998, he made the first atomic test on 11th May, 1980 Rajasthan, at Pokhran. The so-called big powers of the world pounced upon him and said, Vajpayee, you cannot have any atomic test. You have no such right. That was 11th May. Vajpayee did not say anything. 2 days thereafter, he made another 3 atomic tests and proudly said that India is now an atomic power of the world. And our policies, we have absolutely no intention of attacking any other country. But no country will now venture to attack India. And thereafter the entire situation has changed. There is economic sanction on India by the big powers. But Vajpayee said, standing on my own soil, I tell the entire world that we will build our own nation by our own effort, by our own labor, by our own manpower. And for this strong stand, the entire situation has changed. Within 6 months, these big powers, they had to yield it. And the first invitation was from USA. And the President of America, while meeting Vajpayee in America, when he invited him, he said, the problem facing the world cannot be solved without India, without such a big leader like Vajpayee. Vajpayee added, Joy began, because that was the success of began this atomic test. And now our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he has added Anusandhan, Joy Anusandhan, research, because the great menace has been posed to the world, to the entire humanity by COVID-19 pandemic. At that time, he has given this call. He has given the call to the scientists, to the doctors, and the vice chancellors of the universities. You are all great educationists. You are building the future of this nation. We will be in different places, will be scientists, doctors, or in different fields. look to the nation. Be proud of your nation. Be proud of the society. And the Vice Chancellors, it is a challenge for you. You are educationist. You are building the career of such persons who will be the builders of the nation. And therefore, it is my great privilege to address the Vice Chancellors of the universities and other intellectuals here in this meeting. Now there is a big challenge before the country, and as you know, India is now in a position to have the interfered in different matters, who played a key role in different matters. As you know, I don't like to discuss about that position as like this Russo-Ukraine war. In spite of all the pressures put on the Prime Minister by America and also Russia, both the blocs, to support them, we stand firm. We said, no, this is not the era for war. Let us talk peace. What war will give you? Bloodshed. Sacrificing lakhs of life. The economy of the world will be crippled by war. This will be the contribution to the war. So, we want peace. Therefore, he did not take any side. And he is the only leader who talked with both the President of Russia and the President of Ukraine. And therefore, I call upon you, the Vice Chancellors especially of the universities, to build your students, who will be the future builders of the country, and think that the call now given by the Honorable Prime Minister, Atmanirbhar Bharat, let us be Atmanirbhar Bharat. Thank you all. Jai.